is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, the National Insurance Board, Naughty Johnny's, Perseus Island Games, Rise Bahamas, and Tropical Gyros.
Talking Heads, the Tuesday, March 21st edition is on and popping. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. And we got a busy one for you today, boy. Yes, fully loaded. Fully loaded. So you know how we're going to do this. First of all, you know how to chime in. Listen, I'm going to double up this is a big one today. It's so big today, we can do the trivia double whammy salami tomorrow. I'm going to double up all the prizes tomorrow, all right? So you get double Dunkin' Donuts, double KFC, double Joker's Wild, double Naughty Johnny's. All right, so you got all that to play for tomorrow. Okay, now you still want to chime in? Phone lines are open: 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Text lines powered by BTC 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on. Let's go to Grand Bahama. You know, each and every Tuesday we got the Freeport Report, and we're going to get that right out of the way today because, you know, we got special guest, Mr. Toby Smith, coming up in short order. So let's get down to Freeport. My good friend Sarah Kirkby. How are you, Sarah? What's going on?
I'm all right, darling. How are you?
I am good, man. I see a lot of big things popping in Grand Bahama. Great supplement this week. As you know, every Tuesday in the Guardian, you get the Grand Bahama news. So you got to buy the Guardian, all right? Spend the money and get the supplement as well. Keep it going.
I'm telling you, you're doing it in Grand Bahama because I have a friend who couldn't find a copy of the paper today.
Good. That's what I like. So I see the solar farm is on the way, Sarah. You know, I like that. That's right up my alley. You know, I'm all about going green, and I think that's the right way to go.
Yeah, it looks amazing, and the way they've done it, it's an agreement for them to actually buy this solar power. It is also the first one that is done with this much hurricane prep and strength behind it, which I understand Sarah St. George was giving me the lowdown. Grand Bahama Power is very much on board with this because they're trying to reduce the dependency on fossil fuels, which is huge, all fitting into that great green need that we have. And it sounds really great. And the other part, of course, which I like, it's very heavily female centered. So it does employ a lot of female engineers, a lot of women on this project. So it's another great thing for us as well. So yay, women.
Girl power.
Exactly. And this will allude us to another story that will come up that was brought up in the Business Outlook that you might have seen a story on, but Ian Roll, who's president of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, mentioned that they are looking at a line that will run between Grand Bahama and Abaco as a power source to help support Abaco, which I
Wow.
thought sounded really great because, as you know, we like to rub in. We have very good power here in Grand Bahama.
Definitely. I mean, you do a great job with the power. I can't deny that.
Yeah. So, and Mr. McGregor, who was there, is really working hard. He has a very strong team in Grand Bahama. So kudos to them. And it's really great to see this solar project get off the ground. Supposedly it's been in the work for 5 years. So it is a long time coming to fruition. They're very happy. The other big story, obviously, is a recap of what happened at Business Outlook. We were very pleased to hear about the new airport facility. It's a $200 million project with BHM Company, which is Bahamas Hot Mix Company Limited, as well as Manchester Airports Group. So it's a private public partnership that the government is doing. So there's more details to come, but the DPM did announce that, as he said he would. I was there. He spoke very eloquently, gave us a lot of great news for Grand Bahama, including something we're trying to find out about, which is Eden Hotels. We don't know the details on that yet, so we're all trying to find out. That's a new project slated for West End. So that was great. But if you read the story, you're going to see that people in Grand Bahama are still wanting it to get built and get done. They are still, though, also pushing for changes at the airport to come a little bit sooner than later. The project looks like a very huge expansion plan for the airport to do a lot of shipping and transshipment as well. But the bigger thing is that people want some repairs at the airport to happen if it can as soon as possible, including a lot of things to do with luggage and conveyor belts and spacing, which I think they're working on. So that was a lot of the determination. You know, people want to see, they don't want to see shovels in the ground. They want to see things get built. So that was the big thing for part of Business Outlook. And I know we're wrapping up quickly. We also mentioned there was another college fair. You'll see some information on that, some great information for students. They also took the college fair to Abaco, which was great. So there's a connection there. We also featured two Grand Bahamian young ladies who are doing their own jewelry line. It's been very successful, and they're looking and expanding it now into Europe, but also still basing it here in Grand Bahama, which also proceeds from the jewelry sales support Coral Vita, which is helping, of course, put our coral back in place and also hopefully redeveloping that because, you know, we need that to keep our island safe. We have a little bit of a sad story with some news about Joanna Newton, who was a phenomenal force here in Grand Bahama. So there's a lovely tribute to her. We have the great news that our GB Chamber Board has been reinstated. So they had their event. And did I get everything? I think I did.
Yeah,
I think you got everything.
Yeah, good stuff. A lot of diverse things going on in Grand Bahama, man. And glad to see, very impressed by the young ladies with the jewelry. Glad to see another college fair reaching Grand Bahama and Abaco for those youngsters to have an opportunity.
Yeah,
and yes,
it is very good.
Joanna Russell Newton was definitely an icon in Grand Bahama, for sure. Nice tribute, very nicely done.
She was feisty and fun, and she ran perfume stores, which was great management. She also worked in local government, Chamber of Commerce, and a very big political force within the FNM as well. So it's a big loss. So, but she'll be remembered fondly in her memorial service, which will be coming up in the next week or two. Yeah.
All right. Well, I thank you very much, Sarah. I appreciate you. And next week, of course, you and Darren will be back, and we'll roll up our sleeves and get down, into all that's going on in Grand Bahama.
Thank you for the time. And I want to remind everybody, if you haven't done it yet today, please take a moment and rock your socks if you're not doing it. It's World Down Syndrome Day, and it's a great day to bring awareness to these wonderful kids and people that are so diverse and different. They're just different because of their chromosomes, but they're still just as lovely. So you wear funky socks or mismatched socks to remember them. And I think it's a beautiful day, and I remind everybody to do that.
I think I'll wear shorts and some funky socks tonight to Jokers.
All right, I appreciate that.
I'll rock out with my sock out. That's what I'll do.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
All right,
Thanks,
take care,
Jonathan.
Sarah. We'll talk soon. Be safe. All right,
All
Mr.
right, you
Producer,
too.
let's get to the first break. And on the flip side of the break, you asked for it. We said it was coming, and he'll be live with us in studio on the flip side of the break, Mr. Toby Smith. And you know what we're talking about. So get your questions ready, get your texts ready, get your calls ready, because it's going to be a hot one on Talking Heads. And if we got to creep over into the 5 o'clock hour, we will. Buckle up. The Tuesday, March 21st edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Original or hot and spicy?
Feeling original? Think twice. Here's some precise advice. Always add the spice.
Hey, that's great. Take your time, brother. I don't want you to run too far out with your spicy self.
Oh yeah? Yeah, mouth hard, but you still ain't got the right flavor.
Listen, just like the Colonel, I'm an original. You? There's a spicy come lately.
You think so? Original. You could never.
There's no winning flavor. They're all finger-licking good. Only at KFC Nassau.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Nassau! Join Rise Bahamas online for Imagine Local Government Day, Saturday, March 25th at 11 a.m. Hosted by Naughty with music by DJ Bravo. Play our trivia for a chance to win $500 every hour until 2 p.m. Our speaker is Pat Ramming with appearances by Ed Fields, Valentino Scrooge Brown, and yours truly, Tennille Tada Burrows. Inbox Rise Bahamas on Facebook or email risebahamas@gmail.com to register.
We are going for local government.
When I got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Experience the pure deliciousness of Dunkin's Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich. This sweet and savory breakfast treat stacks a fluffy egg and smoked bacon, sandwiched inside a split classic Dunkin' Glazed Donut. Make it a combo with lightly seasoned hash browns and your favorite freshly brewed Dunkin' coffee. Stop by your favorite Dunkin' today and take breakfast to a fun and tasty level with the Dunkin' Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
The March 21st, the Tuesday, March 21st edition of Talking Heads continues right now. I tell you what, Mr. Producer, March bill in the January, Ferry was copacetic. March bill in the January. You blink, you burp, you drop your bill, month finished. I don't know what happened. Anyway, as promised yesterday, without further ado, Mr. Producer, let's drum roll, please. As promised yesterday, my good friend, Mr. Toby Smith. Toby, welcome to Talking Heads, my brother.
Thank you very Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, Bahamas, and your listeners around the universe. Thanks for having me on the show today. I appreciate it, Naughty.
Well, here we are. We're ready to talk, man. I mean, it's been quite the roller coaster ride for you, I must admit. I mean, I've seen your story play out with 2 administrations.
So Ingram was just leaving. All of Perry, all of Minnis, and now
two and a half. Three. If you say half here and half here, they put in.
I mean, Minnis didn't go for full administration. Obviously, he had to tap out because he couldn't handle it. But yeah.
My whole point is, though, I mean, there's been a lot of songing and dancing, and I think number one, initially, what you took and put out there was a brilliant idea.
Thank you.
Not only restoring a lighthouse, which is a big part of our history and our culture, but also making a great resort. Bahamian owned, Bahamian operated, but Bahamians as well can enjoy part of the experience.
That's right. I've tried to make it all encompassing. There's a simple, very, very simple litmus test for it's been our mission statement from the very beginning. Is this best for Bahamians and is this best for the Bahamas? And every facet of what we're doing have to pass that simple test. So yeah, it's to restore the lighthouse. It's our oldest lighthouse in the country. There's a dozen in the country. Abaco is a very famous lighthouse, most pictured lighthouse in the Bahamas probably, and it's actually a foreign government, the U.S. government, have kindly given a grant to fix that back up. But it's the first impression for everyone coming into the harbour, and really a reflection of the country when you think about it.
And I just wanted to put it in the context so folks could know exactly how long this has been pitched and on the drawing board.
Yeah. So I originally applied to Lands and Surveys for Crown land because the lighthouse and the beach is all Crown land on the 12th of April, 2012. So I'm almost finished my 12th year of trying to get this project off the ground.
All right, we got a call. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, no, how you doing, my brother?
What's going on, JJ?
I'm fine. I can make 2 points and 2 issues. Naughty, they still ain't got internet on the park yet?
No, man, JJ.
I dare see it. I just come in the park with the biggie bands. I'm still on the park. I went to come there.
And I saw somebody over the weekend, and I made mention to them of that same situation, and they said that was going to be dealt with. So let me revisit that.
Your boy Warren in charge of Acre, Oakland, Acre, whatever name, not get a stick, or SPK start firing these people. He paying our tax and want a stick. Toby, how you doing, Toby?
Good afternoon, JJ. I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
That's nice, man. I saw you in the chat group. And see, let me tell you something. Naughty, who do you politicians swear allegiance to?
Pardon? I didn't hear what you said, JJ.
Who these politicians swear allegiance to?
The crown, the king. Used to be the queen, now the king.
See, I keep telling you all, Naughty, these people don't like us now. We need to put people in parliament who like Bahamas and who like the Bahamas. You see, we can fix this country, and people get mad at me. That Moses crew, they're doing it bad, They're killing us. All I see is taxes, and then coming back to us.
Yeah, and revenue's coming in.
They can't get a license, they can't get a TCC, they can't get nothing. So what I can start doing, I get my good friend Obi Wilson Social Services. Stay then. So be strong, and everybody rooting for you, man. Naughty, that's all I want to say, my buddy.
Thanks, Judge. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks very much.
But you got a lot of the public, support, Toby, because, everybody was rooting for the project. They think it's a great idea, and it played out in the press.
Mm-hmm.
It played out over the course of the last election. It played out into this new administration. And at the end of the day, we, the public, the readers, the voters, the citizenry, thought that, it would be taken care of properly. Because, there, but for the grace of God, go you I, Toby today, me tomorrow, somebody else the next day.
Today is to me, tomorrow's you. That's right.
Boy, the line's hot. Let's go back to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty.
Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
Right here, man. Let me just say good afternoon to the great Toby Smith.
Thank you, Jeff. I know about all that, but I appreciate
Toby,
it.
Yes,
sir?
you are. Let me get you something up. You represent what many of us out here have been fighting for a very long time, Bahamianization.
Amen.
And is it even better or even greater that you have support of an individual in the current
a Bahamian. And I stand up for all Bahamians that are downtrodden, getting bullied, the whole 9 yards.
And a father coined the phrase or the word Bahamianization.
Who,
he gives credit to her. And, Naughty, it is so sad that you hear persons often say that when you're in cabinet, it's a collective responsibility and the individual cannot speak personally on their own beliefs. But this person obviously came out and spoke personally, and we have to give her all regards. Yeah? Let me tell you something, there's very few politicians I truly respect. But that one lady, that one Glennis Hannah Martin, I respect her wholeheartedly.
Absolutely.
Over all of the politicians right now, especially on that PLP side, that represents that party.
Yeah.
Bahamianization, until we get this thing to the point where Bahamians are first in this country in every regard. Whenever you see a party or anyone can put a foreign entity over its own people, especially when it comes down to development of this country, I have a problem.
Multiple
Thanks for taking my call, Noddy.
No problem, Kev. Always a pleasure, man. Always good stuff. Let's get the other call here real quick. But we don't need that one. Talking Heads, got it. Okay, we good? Let me check the text line, so we got a couple of texts for you. Naughty need to put an ad on blast. They need to place proper signs of the domestic parking lot between long and short-term parking. Make it clear, please. All right, no problem, Texter. We'll readdress that as well. All right, great show, as usual, Naughty. Ask Toby, how come he was quiet? Did he get the bag?
No, I don't deal with bags, and people that have offered me bags in the past, I don't accept bags. That's not how I roll. I'm doing it so this is absolutely watertight, and no one can make an accusation with any proof of me doing anything under the table or dirty dealings. That's not how I roll. Cheats never prosper. So I'm doing it with a good moral compass. Others have tried with the way that they go about business, but I'm doing it by the book and have it all documented.
All right, here's another one here, Toby. And this is kind of interesting question here. Great show as usual, Naughty. Ask Toby if he realizes if for some strange reason the government decides not to swing him.
Not to swing me.
Not to swing you. He will open up a Pandora's box because everyone who else the government swung will now come up and say, well, why Toby get straight?
Yeah, man, power to the people. Let's go, man. If it takes one that could break the door down, and others
and then everybody can follow through.
Yeah, man, absolutely. There's 35,000 Crown Land applications. Bring your Crown Land application to Rawson Square. Let's go.
All right, Naughty, please ask Toby when he applied for Crown Land, did he specifically ask for land on Paradise Island at that spot and acreage amount? Just curious.
No, I applied on the 12th of April 2012. There is 16.65 acres on the western portion of Paradise Island, which is all Crown Land. My original application was for all of it, and I was negotiated down by the government and arrived at 5 acres, 2 acres around the lighthouse, and 3 acres at an agreed position on the beach that's currently called Colonial Beach, but I want to move away from this royalty and colonialism and whatnot and call it Lighthouse Beach. So the government drafted a lease on their own. They vetted it, they perfected it, and they offered it to me. And within the lease, it contains a site plan that defines exactly what those boundaries are. It has a legal description, and that was all perfected and offered to me on the 7th of January, 2020.
All right. So text to that. I think that should speak to that. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96. All right. We got impatient war room beginning. All right. So get back to picking it up from where you were, just how we put it in context. So from previous administrations, 3, you've been attempting to get this done.
Yeah.
And where are we literally today?
Today is that the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court ruled against my case. He also added the word in there, regrettably. And I've got options that are available to me that I could pursue that I'm going through considering those options. The Prime Minister of the Bahamas publicly said it a couple of times that I should reapply. So there's things that are up in the air right now. But government, I mean, essentially, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line have said that they've backed off the area that's in contention. Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper has said that the land awarded to RCL in a draft deal is not included, which is the parcel, the beach parcel that I spoke of earlier, the 3 acres. So, I mean, all the stars are aligned. We're brave as the Prime Minister and as the serving minister of the Minister of Crown Lands, they already have a lease on hand that they could just simply regularize, get my permits and approvals that are required, and let me get on with business and let's go. They're hollering out for products for tourism. I'm hollering out for products for tourism and where Bahamians can have access to Crown Land Beach.
Now, let me ask you this question, because this, I'm looking back down the timeline, and I'm looking at our prime minister when he was in opposition, and was very adamant. The PLP has promised to cancel the lease for Crown Land on Paradise Island. The government is negotiating with Royal Caribbean International, RCI, calling it a stitched-up secret deal that has no doubt arisen out of the F&M administration's desperate attempt to support the fire sale of the Grand Lucan Hotel.
Ain't nothing changed. It's tortuous interference that RCL are trying to do against me, and were the ones that came in and muddied the water. Brave Davis gave me his word when he was in opposition that he would honor my lease and he would cancel RCL's lease.
He hasn't done so up until this point, correct?
When he became Prime Minister, I called him and said, Prime Minister, when you were in opposition, you said that you were going to honor my lease and you were going to cancel RCL's lease. Can I get that you're going to honor my lease in writing, please? He told me, I've already given you my word, and my word is my bond.
Now, we've come to realize on this show, when our Prime Minister stutters or stammers a little bit, he might be misleading. Was he stammering?
He wasn't stammering, and he wasn't stuttering. He was very clear, and I took him as a gentleman in giving me...
At his word.
At his word.
But I don't see anything done on your behalf like he said he was going to do.
Well, I don't see it either, Naughty, unless something zoomed past me real quick.
So that's basically then talks.
It sounded like someone trying
He was there bargaining.
Sound like someone trying to swing me, eh?
I was just going to tell him cue up the Gino D, but yeah.
I know swinger.
So, and then you look at it, and then here comes another statement by the Prime Minister. Like I said, and I don't know, the more I look at it, it seems to be for political mileage, because the next statement made now as Prime Minister, if you move forward the tapes, that the RCI deal, they will break ground almost immediately. RCI brought it to break ground almost immediately. Wait a minute. What about the environmental impact studies and all the stuff you had to go through?
Right, so I'm not even at a stage of environmental impact study, but I believe I was past that with flying colours because I'm upfront, honest, and I want to embrace. I've been in dialogue with the environmentalists, the main groups in the Bahamas, and I've received their written approval of my plan. Sorry, let me just re-clarify that. Their written support of my plan, not that they've approved it by doing an EIA study. RCL, on the other hand, have gone over there with a surveyor, chapped up every 50 feet, mashed up all the bush. I got it all on video. And those lines that you can now see from Google Earth reconcile against a site plan survey that was done, a topographical survey, for all of the lines to get the gradients over on Paradise Island. So they've gone over on Crown Land, chapped up all these heron. I mean, I used to go over there in the summertime and watch the herons. Hundreds of herons taken off at night. That now they don't.
That was a breeding ground.
It was, but unfortunately, and they're nocturnal. So just when the sun's going down, they start taking off and go pick out fish at Atlantis and go over here, there, and everywhere and go feed at night. But RCL, in their environmental impact assessment, have done a study on 2 occasions for 4 hours, which was during the day, which has nothing on there about the herons and the heron colony that's over there. So we're going to be doing a low impact, sustainable, alternative energy, looking at our carbon footprint and monitoring it, only using compostable materials, all these things in harmony with nature. And that's why we picked up the support of the environmentalists. So shout out to people like Eric Carey in the Bahamas National Trust. Shout out to Joe Darwell at Save the Bays. Shout out to Sam Duncan. Correct. Hey, Sam, over at Rio.
Can't forget Sam.
Right? Can't forget Sam. And all these people at Atlantis have now chimed in with their environmental concerns. And I really appreciate them stepping up to the plate rather than them being quiet. And Atlantis has stepped in a big way, and it's getting international headlines.
Correct. All right, Quarters, chime back in. We got a busy one today, but I'll open up the lines in a second. Let's go back to the lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96. All right, boy. I guess that war room don't want you to talk today, boy. But anyway, we got the power of the text lines here, too. All right. Okay, Let me get to these texts.
Bring your questions, man.
All
I'm
right,
transparent
Toby,
and open.
your issue is that you are for the people. Had you operated like Sam Bankman-Fried, you would have well been on your way and your project would have been flying.
Yeah, so when you call for an appointment, hey, can I see the Prime Minister, please? Because I need to sort this out. Oh, the PM busy with FDX. That's straight through. They all posting up, going to banquets, going flying a private jet, seeing Formula One racing, all the whole 9 yards. Got time for Bahamians? His schedule ain't open, sir.
Here's the good thing how this text ends, though. Continue to do what you're doing, Toby. Don't give up. We are ready to stand with you.
Bless up. Thank you
see?
very much. Yeah,
That's
man.
the
Plenty of
important
Bahamians
thing.
standing together. And if we all stand together, man, we can make a big difference. And Naughty, I seen you at every single civil event that's out there as a pro-Bahamian, as a nationalist. And there's lots of people. I think Renard kind of like messed that whole marching thing up for everybody, right?
Yeah,
but if
man.
we could have a common cause of a gathering, and I say bring your Crown Land application down, let's all gather and let's make some noise. Then if that's what we got to do, we got to go down there and beg, and that's what we got to do.
All right, Mr. Producer, we going to try this again, or we still got the minions doing what the minions do? Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this? All right. Naughty, great show as usual. Ask Toby if he'd be willing to sell 30 by 30 piece of property. I asked him before. Never mind. Don't even answer that one. That's the resident jokes. But you got jokes today. Naughty, I can't leave one job and go to another without an employment contract in writing. If I'm supposed to listen to what PM Davis said to Toby as platinum, well, everyone needs to go to their dream job expecting a job. Don't let them sell you fools gold.
No, sir. I know my mama ain't bred no fool. And they maybe think that we're Bahamian, that as Bahamians that we're fools, but we're not. And it's time for us to stand up and convince them that we're not.
Naughty, tell Toby I work at an architectural firm downtown. This man don't pay no money. Could I draw some villas for your beach property when you ever get it up and running?
Well, when we get around to it, then we're going to be doing things like having design lotteries, right? And embracing Bahamian culture. So, yeah, we'll be doing competitions and whatnot for those kind of things. So we've already drawn up some of the stuff and given it to government as far as architectural renditions that cost, thousands of dollars. But we want to be able to have Bahamian participation in, for instance, selecting the colors of the gazebo or the structures over there, in selecting the menus, what they like, what they're not particularly careful, what they'd like to see on the menu. Be able to be inclusive of race, sexual orientation, gender, all these things to be an inclusive place, man. So again, it has to pass the litmus test of, is this best for the Bahamas and best for Bahamians? And that includes the architecture, the music. We're going to have an art residency program. We're going to be doing commercials over there, hopefully get movies produced over there and put it out on a world global stage. I'd love to see the next James Bond movie shot out there.
Heck yeah. All right, Naughty, when I heard that Toby wasn't approved for his project, I felt disappointed. It was almost as if I was personally denied.
Yeah.
At times, it feels that Bahamians always get the short end of the stick, and not everyone can fight as long as he has.
Right.
So Bahamians are really rooting for him to get his project approved to show that Bahamians do matter.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Bless it. I appreciate it. And all of these comments are all encouraging. I really appreciate it. Sometimes I frankly, I do feel alone, that I am fighting by myself. But comments like that and the encouragement and support that I get from other Bahamians, I get in like sometimes 10 calls a day of people encouraging me, and I appreciate every one of you. And this is, I say it, this isn't, I'm not doing this just for me. Yes, I'm doing it as a financial investment, and I deserve a return on that, but I am doing it for all Bahamians, so hopefully we could break this thing down, man, so we can get some of the action. And another thing, when you look at COVID, it brought about, a lot of people were just catering towards tourists and really weren't checking for Bahamians. And then you realize, oh, Bahamians, can you come over now and support me? I got some tricks up my sleeves with things that I'm going to be doing that I can't announce because RCL just copy them. But when I come out, you're going to see that I'm absolutely pro-Bahamian and I want the best for Bahamians.
Now, another one for you. I tell you, boy, Toby, they chiming in today.
Yeah, Brave, call me, eh? We need to talk. You got my number.
No, but the funny thing about it is, I bet you before he became prime minister, that phone would have rang, he would have made that call.
Yeah, when I send him an email helping him out with stuff, he'd respond to my emails. right? If I call Glenys Hannah Martin, she'll take my call, no problem, right? You look at people that have supported me that are politicians along the way. Yeah, absolutely. Dionisio stuck by his guns, and he said live on television that, yes, Toby has a valid lease. Clint Watson said in a press statement, Toby was was the one that got the lease first. Brave said first rat in the whole tail cupboard. Well, come on, man. Besides calling me a rat, let's go, Brave.
Yeah, I wouldn't call you a rat. I might call you a squirrel or...
Squirrel?
You know...
Don't confuse that big long
ferret.
tail. A
Yeah,
ferret?
yeah, maybe a ferret.
No, sir.
I wouldn't call you a weasel.
A lion. How about a lion? A lion. I'm a Leo.
But like, ain't no lions don't jump in holes.
I could roar. No,
that's
they
true.
don't jump in holes.
So if you think of a mongoose,
Mongoose? No, I'm feeling that.
Ricky
neither.
Tikki Tavi, we read that in school.
I'm feeling that. No, I don't even know Ricky Tikki. How you getting on?
Mongoose is snake killers.
No, well.
See, that might work. I said it, not you.
Yeah.
I would say let's go to the break, but I think Mr. Producer trying to figure out what's going on with these phone lines. And I do want to just say, listen, we in talk radio, we know how this thing go. When certain people, coin get mashed, or they don't want a certain issue to come out, they like to call in and then busy at the phone lines. You got a whole crew to call in and then just hang up, call and hang up. You know what that really does? That just proves, whether you realize it or not, who got the hottest show between 4 and 6 in the afternoon on the radio.
Boy.
So I just want to thank you for just, making me credible again.
Yeah,
just,
full
just
interference.
endorsing me, giving me,
Big up. Big
that
up,
endorsement.
Selector. Way to go, Naughty. You know you're a big timer on the airwaves.
Well, look here, this is a little jokey one, but it's kind of true. Naughty, I don't get it. The government loves white people. Toby is pasty white. How come he gets swing? Because he's pasty white Bahamian. They like white foreign. That's the difference, you see?
Yeah, with big brown bags and big suitcases and briefcases and the whole 9 yards. So let me just put it out there since you brought up McCullough, right? Imagine Bahamians, if they doing it, imagine they doing it to a white boy and all. You think if they doing it to a white boy like that they could do it to anyone? Right? So people could say, oh, you just using your white privilege or you stamping your feet because you're
Man, if they do it to you,
I'm Bahamian.
us beige dudes have our serious doubts right now. Us beige dudes got to take 2 steps back and look at the landscape again.
Yeah, man, for real. So, I don't mind about color, man. I'm Bahamian and I'm sticking up for other Bahamians. And if you can't name your voice, if you can't voice your voice because you feel intimidated, I feel you. And it was somebody the other day that said not everyone in the village goes to fight, It's the soldiers that go to fight. So I'm blaming those that don't stand up or can't stand up. But I'm encouraging all those that can stand up and vocalize yourself and call in and send texts and make a position known. Let's go, Bahamas. Let's go, Brave.
Let's go back to the phone lines. You want to try it again then, Mr. Producer? Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? I'm just surprised they actually pay people to do this. Like to occupy WhatsApp groups and busy out talk show phone lines.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Text them.
Because, if there was issues with the phone, then every day there would be issues with the phones. But anyhow, let's try it again, Kermit. Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty, how you doing, buddy?
Thank you, Jesus. We got somebody trying. Okay, what's happening?
Good afternoon to you again. I have a question. Did I hear something about the court rule that he didn't have a lease?
Yes.
So how did that come about? I don't understand that.
I'm not getting into all the intricacies, but that was the end result. Based on the evidence presented before him, the Chief Justice in his that's his specialty. That's what he does. Made that ruling.
No, but you have a paper in your hand that from, I think it comes from Land and Survey, right?
So Lands and Surveys is the arm of the government that deals with Crown land leases. However, Lands and Surveys first need to get it. So the process is that a cabinet conclusion or a cabinet decision is done. That was done for me in 2018, where they approved me to have 5 acres of Crown land on Paradise Island.
Right.
From there, then it's passed down by the minister to the permanent secretaries and directors of various departments. Those government departments is Director of Office of the Prime Minister, the permanent secretary at the Office of the Prime Minister, the Director of Legal Affairs, the permanent secretary at the Attorney General's office, and between all of them, they are responsible for networking with each other as well as AMMC to get, for instance, the footprint, the site plan from Lands and Surveys to make sure the legal language is correct from the Legal Affairs and the Attorney General's office, and the price coming from Lands and Surveys, and all that's consolidated by the government. The government's position was in the law case that I made an offer to the government with a lease, and the government declined my offer through the minister that's responsible.
So you never got a letter back from them saying this is your 5 acres, whatever.
I did. They gave me a whole lease, my brother, with a cover letter that said approval, Crown lease.
Yeah. So you got. So how the hell the court could say that? Gee. Oh, that don't make sense.
I'm not arguing with the ruling on the air, sir. With all due respect, I have to give respect to the courts, and I'm sharing with you what the process is of what the Crown land lease would have to go through. It was not me that drafted the lease. It was not me that offered it to government. It was government offered me a lease.
It's crazy.
All right, caller. Hopefully that clarifies a few things for you, brings a little more clarity to it. Because, like I said, there's several layers to this web. There's several layers to this onion. You know. Texter says, Naughty, what advice would Toby have for the thousands of other Crown land applicants who have applied for Crown land 20 to 30 years ago with plans and funding and not got answers from the government?
Right, so their standard is, we received your application is receiving attention, and just benign answers that get you absolutely nowhere. So it's just there to pacify you. So I would suggest that anybody that's already put a Crown land application in is to make sure that it was stamped by Lands and Surveys on the date that you submitted it, and they signed as receiving your application. Keep an original copy of your application, and keep agitating. Send letters every month, emails to the Director of Lands and Surveys, copy the Prime Minister's office, copy everyone in the MAR, and just keep agitating. And if you've got an application for a Crown land lease and you all want to get together and have a rumble in the jungle, then we could do that.
Listen, but look here, Toby, Texas says, Toby, they're jamming lines. Imagine the power going out on Friday. But you need a Rawson Square call, and if you make that call, I'm ready.
Blessed.
Maybe we need to do a Rawson Square call,
Yeah,
Toby.
maybe.
I feel frisky, I ain't done something like that in a minute,
Yeah, me
But
neither.
I want to do it I want to do it political Babbitt free. All right, no political prostitutes, no
Babbitts.
No, people who end up to be suspects under this like last go round.
Yeah. What a freak,
And even
man.
we didn't call it in. It ain't worth even calling their name.
No, for real. But what a freak, man. What a
But
swinger.
that's something that
you
we
see someone get swing and then get put into the house, right?
Right.
And go on quiet.
Like a zip,
Small.
mouth locked down.
Sit small in the corner. Boy.
Tell Toby he could circumvent the situation by letting a foreigner buy the land, but he actually own it and work it out.
Yeah, look what they did with RCL. They kicked me to the curb. I literally look in the. It was published in the Tribune. I was so surprised. It was published in the newspaper where there's a memo that says reallocate Toby and another person down the beach further to make way for these royalty. Right? RCL ain't said nothing up in all of this, Nothing. You see that video clip of Glennis standing up in House of Assembly defending me? I sent that to Michael Bailey, the CEO of of RCL. I WhatsApped him, sent it right to him. Yeah, check this out. And then Brave came out that Sunday afternoon talking about, it's a draft lease. Which one is it? Is approval?
Well, listen, I can't take anything what he says on this.
Right. Verbatim.
Because he's shown that he's talked out of 2 or 3 miles on several different occasions pertaining to this.
Come on, Brave. Come on, Chester. You could do it. Let's go. Are you ready?
That's what I'm saying.
Let's go. Hurry up. Chop.
Might be an option. Naughty, those callers who hang up the phone, you got the lost Brave fools upset. Brave is so out of touch, and so are his minions. Boy, you all fired up today, eh?
Cold.
All right, we got another caller, Mr. Producer. Let's grab that one real quick. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, good afternoon, Naughty, and good afternoon, Toby.
Good afternoon.
Hey, listen, I support the immunization, but, in this case with the courts, and I'm not necessarily agree with everything the court says, but if that matter is settled, first question is, are you appealing? Are you appealing the ruling?
Well, I mean, maybe Mr. Smith may not want to answer that. Maybe,
Okay, all right, then I'll move on.
No. The reason why it is before the courts, and strategically, maybe you don't want to tip, one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Which way he's leaning.
Yeah, I'm on the outside looking at it. So and this is honest. I'm not beholden to any party.
There's legal options. There's legal options that are available to me at this time, and I'm not gonna share what my maneuvering is gonna be for the future. But anything that happened. So people have asked me why I've been quiet. I've been quiet because I've let things pan out, where. By me saying no comment, I'm letting others step up to the plate and let their comments hit the newspapers and airwaves and whatnot. I've had to wait on a court decision. I've had to go through, this is 11 years of every day just dealing with this, man. So, yeah, please respect that I'm not able to discuss that at this time.
All right, we got another caller. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads.
Hey, let me say something, Naughty. I just remember something.
All right, go ahead.
Naughty, you know what I just thought about?
No.
What?
Why don't Mr. Smith go to AWAC X and get some behemoths? Let's do some crowdfunding, man. Put as many behemoths in that as you could.
AWAC X with Darcy Ramin and DJ?
Yeah, man.
And that's my boys, man. Big up to them. I done talk with them, but I didn't, in my round of funding, I've got investors, man. My project was originally for $2 million. I upped it just because I said, let me up it, and world prices have gone up with materials and whatnot. I say I can make it $3 million. I go on the government with proof of financing for more than $7 million. Right? And my investors are shrugging their shoulders saying, what now? So they've had me up and down and with investors a bunch of times, and you get what's called investor fatigue of this merry-go-round that they jiving on, and this got to stop, man. I got the money. Yeah. I ready. They done got the lease in their hand because they drafted it. Someone send Brave a pen, man. Please. Hurry up, Brave. Let's go.
That's why I said it. Just to make them look bad, you bring a whole bunch one couple thousand behemoths in on that with a crowdfunding lease, they'll jump.
Yeah.
Well, we might get 1,000 behemoths together for something else. Maybe not crowdfunding, but maybe in Rawson Square.
Yeah,
so be ready for that.
Yeah, some crowd.
Let's get this other call. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty.
Hey, what's happening?
Listen, I have to call back again. Listen, all I want y'all to do is do one thing. And I'll simply put it like this. Public Disclosure Committee. All right? There's something very stink about this whole thing. And they won't disclose their assets. They won't disclose their projected revenue streams. Let's see what the next 5 years is going to reveal. Remember,
nothing. It ain't going to reveal nothing. What's the obligation?
Well, guess what? That's where now the courts and the lawyers then come in. Make them go before the courts.
You seen them before the courts?
Guess what? It is a crime. It's a crime. It's about time we put these politicians before the court.
Yeah.
They do a whole lot while we, the Bahamian citizens, cannot get away with anything.
Hold on. You mean accountability?
Transparency?
Transparency?
Transparency and accountability is only words to some of them.
Yeah.
All right?
Lucky they could spell them.
All right, I appreciate you, brother. Let's get this other call. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Hello.
Peace, lad.
What's going on, man?
Yes, sir. Well, listen, I like this. I can talk?
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. All right, so peace, everybody. Hey, Toby.
Yes, sir.
Man, listen, man. Let's go slow now. Let's go slow. Because Naughty was saying people here will call. Let's go slow.
All right.
Now, I heard you say.
Hold on. I didn't say people won't call. I was saying the war room, the PLB war room, Musty allegedly had my phone lines jammed like they like to do on talk shows because every line was busy. That's what I said. Let's get it clear.
Yeah, you did say that.
All right. So don't twist up what I said. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, so, Toby, so I did hear you say you originally applied for 16 acres?
Yes.
Okay, and then the government at the time offered you how much acres?
5.
5. Now, Toby, Paradise Island, only, I think, 3 miles long and a quarter mile wide.
It's 349 acres, sir.
Yeah, but that's all the acreages.
You said Paradise Island. Paradise Island is 349 acres. So you got a problem with me having 5 of that, less than 10%?
No. Now you see where you're going. You're saying, no, I don't have no problem with you getting 5.
Ah.
But honestly, I don't know the full extent of your plan. See, I don't know the full extent of what you intend to do
Okay.
with the land.
But hold on, didn't you
Go to my website.
Hold on, don't you have a website? Don't you
Paradise
haven't been in
Island
the
Lighthouse.
dailies? Haven't you been on the talk shows for years saying what the plan is going to be?
ParadiseIslandLighthouse.com.
You see, yes or naughty, like your question. But I still telling you, I don't. Because even today, I heard Toby said 1 or 2 things that is not on the website.
What would you like to know, sir?
Oh, yes. Okay? So,
What would you like to know?
yeah, that's really a problem.
Well, since you visited the website, what are the issues that aren't on the website that you can ask Toby right now while he's right here?
Right here.
Only thing between you and him is air and opportunity. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm a diligent person, and because you invite me to say today may not be the time I want to deal with that.
Oh, okay.
What I want to say...
Like how you tried to come with the mileage of Paradise Island, and when he checked you with 349 acres, you had to reel and come again?
Yes, sir.
Come again,
okay.
my brother.
Yeah, naughty.
All right.
Got it. Call us back.
Listen.
Hey, but listen.
Tell the war room, get somebody in there and tell you all get some better talking points and step up your game, man. I want your top generals. I don't want the buck privates.
Big dogs now. Big dogs.
I want your A game. That's what I want.
Bring it.
All right?
All right.
Anyway, we'll get to the break and on the... Oh, well,
Call
guess
back.
what? No, we got to wrap, my brothers. It's that time.
Huh? Ready?
Ready?
I was having so much fun.
Yeah, man. We'll get to this quick break. We going to the news now, right? Toby, man, I appreciate you, brother. We got to get you back on.
I'd appreciate any opportunity, my brother.
So I know you got Howard on Friday, but we'll keep following this up. And now that you're
please.
back to making the rounds,
Yes.
we'll get you
Temporarily.
back on. And I appreciate you being so candid and keeping it in context as best you could and bringing us along step by step.
Thank you.
To where we are today. But basically, 3 administrations, 11 years,
Yeah.
and you still
And counting.
and counting.
And a brave let's go. You don't
Lots
have
of
the lease.
talks.
Government done drafted the lease. Bahamas, I really appreciate you. Naughty, I really appreciate
I
you
got
giving
you,
me
my
the
brother.
opportunity to be on here.
As
And,
always, mi
stay
casa es tu
tuned.
casa.
Gracias.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, Toby. Everybody who chimed in, called in, and texted in, good stuff, man. Keep it like that always. Quick break, flip side of the break. News is coming up. And then at the 5 o'clock hour, we talking sports. I got my good friend Eddie Carter from the Island Game in the building. And boy, we going to talk about whose bracket got blown up quickest. I think his might have got blown up faster than mine. I don't know, but we were there. Trust me, we was only there for hello. It was a cameo. It wasn't no long-term engagement. We had one drink and we was out of there. We'll talk all about that on the flip side of the break as the Tuesday, March 21st edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Experience a flavor explosion with the new Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich from Dunkin'. Loaded with juicy chicken, marinara sauce, a generous drizzle of pesto sauce, all topped off with melted cheese and served on a warm, flaky croissant. Made to order all day long, the Dunkin' Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich combo includes a bag of baked lays and a freshly brewed iced tea. Enjoy a taste of Italy in every bite. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
Tired of paying too many bills and loan payments each month?
Shrink your monthly debt payments down to one easy payment with our debt consolidation loan.
It also has a built-in savings that pays you 5% interest.
Inquire about our debt consolidation loans today.
Call 356-7764.
When faced with an illness like cancer, we band together, and we at Cleveland Clinic in Florida have your back. From advanced cancer treatments to extra safety measures at all of our locations, we're with you on this journey. For every infusion and follow-up, for every step of the way, for every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic in Florida. Get the care you need when and where you need it. To learn more or connect with a local representative, visit clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
Get your Carifta tickets. The 58th Carifta Games is coming. April 7th to April 10th. Tickets are on sale now. Online at Carifta50.com or at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, Western Grand Entrance. For more details, email tickets@Carifta50.com or call 605-4051.
The ultimate sandwich experience starts with a bite of the KFC barbecue glazed zinger and a flavor explosion of crispy, juicy, 100% premium white meat spicy filet, KFC barbecue sauce, lettuce, cheese, and smoky bacon on a toasted brioche bun. The perfect balance of heat and sweet. You won't be able to resist the KFC barbecue glazed zinger. Made by the fried chicken sandwich experts, the KFC barbecue glazed zinger is available for a limited time. Try one today. KFC, it's finger licking good.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Original or hot and spicy?
Feeling original? Think twice. Here's some precise advice. Always add the spice.
Hey, that's great. Take your time, brother. I don't want you to run too far out with your spicy self.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, mouth hard, but you still ain't got the right flavor.
Listen, just like the Colonel, I'm an original. You? There's a spicy come lately.
You think so? Original. You could never.
There's no winning flavor. They're all finger-licking good. Only at KFC Nassau.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Tuesday, March 21st edition of Talking Heads. We're into the 5 o'clock hour. 5:08 p.m. is the time. Couple of things. We're going to be talking sports, but really, listen, I got to get to the bottom of this and get this out of the way real quick. And I'll talk about this in depth tomorrow. And I know he'll be with me on Friday on the remote. So me and Dasquay going to get to the bottom of this original spicy vibe that's going on at KFC Nassau, all right? And you need to vote. So simply, go to vote.kfcnassau.com. Vote.kfcnassau.com and then click on original. Don't worry about the rest. Just click on original.
Because you're the original guy.
Original, that's right. 11
that's
herbs and
how you
spices.
roll.
That's how I roll. Me and the Colonel tight.
Ain't nothing spicy about you.
Everything is a derivative of the original.
Big word, okay.
You see?
You shouldn't use words you can't spell. You know that, right?
Don't, but I could say it.
Mama never teach you that?
But being in class, be on radio, all I can do is say it. I ain't got to spell it.
Okay, all right.
But I'll Google it in a minute and spell it for you.
Just to check to see if you're right?
Man, listen. But I'll be honest with you.
No, lie to me, Naughty.
We need to figure out if we could Google redo your brackets. Because dear God.
Well, you know what? The Island game knew this was going to be a problem, which is why they put in the Sweet 16 challenge there as well.
Thank you to the Island game for that, because they knew, because the Sweet 16 is beautiful. I like that. That gives me a chance to feel better about myself.
Naughty. I will not lie to you, and I tell you the game right now. The very first game, the grand final, I got wrong. The very first game. It was, let's see.
Well, I kiboshed myself. I said.
How long you lasted? You got through Thursday?
I got through. When did that 15 beat the number 2? That was the second day.
That was Friday. Yes.
I made it till Friday.
Arizona, when Arizona get beat.
Man, I had hours, and I hear talking with you, and you know, in brackets, you never say, because there's always a 15 that beats the number 2. Sure enough, I look at it, oh, God, Arizona gone. So I lasted till Friday.
Well, let me tell you, we have nobody at the Island game still in contention now.
No,
with a perfect bracket.
By Friday, it was like 0.00065% of people having a chance to remain perfect and win.
On ESPN, they had over 20 million sheets. And by Friday afternoon, nada.
Not
Nothing. A single one.
Everyone was gone.
Boy, if you ever want to invest in something, invest in non-perfect sheets. That should be something we allowed to bet on.
I think you need to go on like 1 wrong or 2 wrong from here on out.
Well, it's going to be exciting coming to the end, but we knew that at the Island game. That's why we put in the Sweet 16. So those who have been eligible to win the big $100,000 next year. So as a Raider and Cowboys fan,
we can tell you next year.
We know.
Next year.
Next year. And anyway, I hadn't talked to those Dolphins yet because they're getting on my nerves. But anyway, so next year will be a chance to do it again. So we will bring this back next year. But for those who are still alive in the Sweet 16 challenge, we wish you all. And remember those who are in the perfect bracket as well, Naughty.
Right.
They did points.
You got the points.
Right. So if you got a chance to win $1,000, right? There's $1,000 up for grabs.
So
me and Naughty got 20 right together. We're the leaders. Then you and I get 500 each.
Correct.
All right. So at least there's that out there.
There's a little something left over
type
that you could go after and win some nice prizes.
Still could take the wife out to dinner.
Man, you win a grand, or you got to split a grand, or even if you split it 4 ways, that's a quick $250, man.
Yeah. Well, that ain't enough for dinner around this.
No, dinner, but that buy some libations.
So it's going. Who's your favorite now going home?
Boy, Eddie, I don't know.
You can't pick no one.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Bama could actually make it. The upset bird is swirling heavy in this tournament.
It is swirling heavy, but I got a feeling for Houston.
Houston, yeah, but
I just got a feeling. 9U, they got a great game coming up because I think they play in Miami.
Don't sleep on the Hurricanes. That's a dark horse team. That's a Cinderella team right there.
That's exactly why I'm saying that right now because I'm an ACC guy.
Yeah.
And what about the Blue Bloods or the lack thereof? No Kentucky.
Yeah. No North Carolina.
No Kansas.
No Duke.
Right? No Kansas. The 4 big boys.
Gone. And when I saw Kansas at Battle for Atlantis this year, I was like, boy, Kansas is going to make a run.
Well, defending champions, too.
Gonna make a run.
Bam.
Gone.
Big game also, UCLA and Gonzaga. That should be a huge game. Actually, going to that
big West Coast rivalry, too.
Yeah, that should be absolutely. I read a great article today talking about Vegas and talking about these tournaments now coming to Vegas and they're talking about Jerry, remember? Remember Talkanian? Talk the Shark?
Yeah, Talk the Shark. Come on now.
Chewing on that towel,
Listen,
baby.
man, now one of my close personal friends, Stacey Augman, played for Talk on that UNLV team.
I remember Stacey, the lefty.
Plastic man.
Yeah, I remember him.
And played 16 years in the NBA. And I'll tell you, that to me, that 92 team that won, or that 91 that they won, and 92
that
they lost.
That was undefeated team, right?
Man, listen.
Larry Johnson
they had 1 out that year. It wasn't undefeated. They had 1 loss. But they still were like.
And then the next year they were undefeated until Duke took them out.
Until Duke took them out. And I could never get an answer as to why that happened or who that happened.
It is Vegas.
And I've asked 50 million times, and I've had 50 million maybe. Well, let's go get something to eat. We'll talk about that later.
You missed the Blue Bloods? You missed the big
Not
boys?
really.
Are you comfortable with the, let's see. Look at something.
I've always been a fan of the Podunk State showing up in the tournament and sullying a blue blood and knocking them out. I'm a fan of that. I'm not mad at Cinderella at all.
No, you're a Cinderella guy. Because we got, Michigan State's no Cinderella. They play in Kansas State. Tommy Izzo been doing it for too long to be considered anything Cinderella.
You got to look at him as a favorite now.
Hey, if
Off
it's coming
experience
down to
alone.
coaching, he got to be the top coach left, eh? You got Arkansas and UConn, Tennessee and Florida Atlantic in the Sweet 16.
Hey, listen, don't sleep on that Florida Atlantic team. They've been making some noise under the radar all year long,
They have.
Let me tell you the thing with Florida Atlantic is they got a lot of blue chip guys that weren't ready academically, and they brought them through the JUCO portal once they got eligible.
Mm-hmm.
And they big time stars. They don't care where they play.
No. Oh, hey, one thing about the NBA now, as in most major sports, they'll find your talent if you got it.
And I was reading an article too that with the transfer portal, you get a lot of smaller schools that get guys in their third and fourth year in their 20s playing
Correct.
against 18, 19-year-olds.
There's a
and
dude
experience.
26 years old on the court last week.
And it's experience.
Yeah, and you can't beat
You
that.
can't beat that. You can't coach that.
And since you and I are a little bit older now, we definitely are all on the experience run. Alabama, San Diego State. Do you know San Diego State for anything? The only thing I think of, didn't Marshall Falk come from them?
From San Diego State, the Aztecs? Yeah.
that was Marshall Falk, right?
And Darnay Scott came from there
Darnay
too, played
Scott
for
too?
Cincinnati.
Okay, that's the only thing I know about
couple
that.
of the San Diego State, you know.
The big Houston-Miami game, we talked Creighton and Princeton, the
But
Smart
Creighton,
Boys.
listen, Creighton, we got a Bahamian on Creighton on the Blue Jays from Freeport.
Oh, there you go. Princeton, of course, 15 seed, knocked off the 2 Arizona.
And
Quite
they're still
amazing.
there. Not since Pete Carril have they made such noise. Remember they took Georgetown to the wire in
I
Sweet
do
16?
remember Pete Carril. And the last match will be a real good one, a 2 and a 3, Texas and Xavier. So there you go. So that's your brackets for this weekend.
Texas might be another favorite right there with Michigan State, you know.
I would think so. And I'm kind of rolling towards the win of Houston-Miami. I think whoever rolls through that, they're going to be my betting favorite coming home.
Even though my Texas have no sense when they're ready, right?
Yeah.
Breaking news, read all about it. Island FM allegedly sold to the Nassau Guardian. Inquiry minds want to know. Inquiry minds want to know.
Hey, they forget Charles Scott used to run the Nassau Guardian.
Back in the day.
Okay, just so you know.
So connect the dots.
So they were under our umbrella at one point.
There's no text to be called that touche in France.
There you go.
So basically, couple other people. So if they want to get in the Sweet 16, just basically log on to theislandgame.com.
Well,
all the
no, they
information's
got to
there.
log on. They've missed their chance for the Sweet 16 challenge now. Those who went through the brackets and
All
stuff
right.
are the ones who get to go forward.
Okay, those are the ones that are
They're the
that.
ones, this is the consolation for them.
Right.
The shot at the Sweet 16.
So-
but next year we'll be back. Again, go to the Island Game. If you do not have an account, go ahead to our Wolf Road location, sign up today, get your account verified. A lot of great things happening at the Island Game. Of course, they got the casino, they got the lotto, and the sports book, FanDuel. You keep
And
seeing
let
the
me
ads.
just remind you all. There's 16 teams left.
Yeah, they are.
Go to the Island Game Sportsbook and parlay it up.
That's it.
You might win more money parlaying it up on the last 16 than maybe not $100 grand, but
Maybe not $100,000. I made some money parlaying NHL last week.
buddy,
NHL, the National Hockey League.
let me tell you something, man. I was in the back of Jokers the other night, and
Back of a Joker or back of?
No, back of Jokers Wild.
Okay, all right. Gotta be clear.
So, make a long story short, they was like, show me the Island Games. I showed them
Right.
everything there, and I said, watch, I could just put in a parlay right now, and I put like a 16er in, $5, couple of
Boom.
NBA, couple of college,
Right.
one in NHL, whatever. When I looked up, it was nice little,
Just like that.
nice little 100 and something.
If
almost
Naughty
$200.
can win on it, you can win as well.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, once we get Eddie to win on it, that's what
that'll
we
be
need
the
to do.
miracle.
That's the miracle there.
Hey, I got a beautiful wife. That's the only lucky win I got in my life, and I'm taking it. All right, April the 4th for the winners out there, by the way. Got a question for you, though. I was talking to our girl, Erica, at
Okay.
the Island Game this afternoon after she was beating me up at a lie. She beat me up in backgammon today.
She's beat everybody in
No,
backgammon.
that's the first time she ever beat me.
Well, then,
And not everybody.
you are that
I
rare
just haven't added to the list.
You are that rare exception
Yeah,
there.
but the woman 3 rolls in a row call the dice. How are you supposed to meet someone who say 1-6 and roll 1-6? I need 4-3 and anyway, that's another subject. But she and I were talking.
But tell Erica, I know of a hot crap game. I mean, if she wants to show up, I mean, I'll chip in now. We might make some money, man.
All right, you can bring it, but I gotta tell you, she's got that lady luck going.
I tell you.
That's why she's the queen of the numbers too. If you ever spend time with Erica, tell her whatever you dreaming about.
Yeah.
She'll tell you where to go.
She'll tell you how to play it.
But she and I were having a conversation. She brought it up, actually. She was saying, Grand Bahama. Is Grand Bahama the sports capital of the Bahamas now? It's all the talent coming from, because Coach Yo, right? Isn't she from Grand Bahama too? The Mississippi. We got to give her some props too. We like to talk about the dudes a lot, but Coach Yo. But Grand Bahama, right? They went into basketball tournaments, they consistently now. We know a lot of stars have come from Grand Bahama area. Should we be investing more money in Grand Bahama sports-wise, stadium, workouts, programs, parks, et cetera, et cetera? What's your thoughts?
Well, like you are claimed for him. I have a beautiful wife also who's from Grand Bahama.
There you go.
So I will go on record right now and say, after being reminded after numerous Hugh Campbell championships, and most recently, the last one.
Yes, absolutely.
And then spelling bee champions and track and
Spelling
field
bee
champions
champion.
and Jonquel Jones and
Buddy Hield.
and then the kid
Coach
from
Yo.
Creighton and Coach Yo. And the kid Strong got some Freeport roots, some who plays for the Colts.
So
So
they're doing pretty good.
I would have to say, Erica, you're onto something right now.
Right.
We might have to say
It's a hotbed.
it's a hotbed. I mean, New Providence could throw up, Sean A. and all the baseball guys.
Yeah.
But I will say that consistently, if you look at their amateur programs and their professional athletes that they put out,
They're rocking.
they're rocking. They're doing a great job.
And let me tell you,
And I'm sure Pearly would chime in and say, Sack his alma mater would do, their best. But,
But we got to
He's a
invest
Dolphin
in
fan
sports,
also.
though, man, Naughty. And it's such
Yes,
an
we do.
amazing impact that sports has. And I was so proud as a Bahamian. I was watching the World Baseball Classic.
Correct.
Right? And during the commercial break, who was it that was the cover boy with the ad for
Yes.
the World Bears? It was just beautiful to watch. I mean, I knew it, but seeing it, dude, Naughty, I'm telling you, my heart flooded. I felt so good. I got goosebumps. I was so proud and happy for that young man. It was just an amazing.
And when you see him working out in the offseason and you see him make the progression to do the pros when they get signed and then the work they put in after, I watch a ton of them come up.
still
Proud of
playing
all of
ball?
them.
You still playing ball?
No, my boys.
I remember you used to play.
My boy's still playing ball. As far as me playing basketball,
Yeah.
No. That kind of retired.
So what you was playing now?
PlayStation.
Ah, that's
With
why
my
the
son.
fingers look so muscular.
Muscular.
Your thumbs are
Right, my
bulging,
thumbs.
baby.
There you go.
You're packing on.
Thank
the
you.
thumbs.
Yeah, but my knees
it's a
are
beautiful thing to
my
watch.
knees are rotten as
If
all
I need to
outdoor.
go hitchhiking, those
I'm
are the
your
thumbs
guy.
I want.
Correct.
That's it right there.
Or if you need to stuff a turkey properly, these are the thumbs you want.
No, that may be not the thumb I want, but any stuff in. Okay.
But anyway, nonetheless, the Island game, not just for this all sports season long. Baseball is coming up.
Every sport you
NBA
think of,
playoffs and
any
championships
event
are
out
coming
there.
up. You got before you know it, the NFL will be back.
Yeah, Major League Baseball's going to
Major
be
League
kicking off
Baseball
in a
is right
couple
there.
weeks.
And ain't nothing like, man, what? Nothing like Major League Baseball. And a parlay on Major League Baseball, that's a good thing.
Hey, I'm looking forward to trying that because I've just gotten into it.
Yeah, man.
Right? So I'm looking forward to doing the baseball.
And the beautiful thing is you could do the over and under as far as the runs go.
That's what I've been doing in the hockey.
Smart man.
The over and under.
No pressure. No pressure.
The over and under. NFL, how your Cowboys now the offseason? When I came to you last time, the offseason hadn't started in NFL.
I've taken a new stance. I've been beating up my gums for years, telling Jerry he needs to do this, Jerry needs to do that, and we go the cheap route.
Jerry, who's Jerry?
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Seinfeld?
Jerry Jones, man.
Jerry Jones. What team's that? He's still running y'all?
He's the new Al Davis.
He's the new Al Davis wannabe.
Yeah.
He's a wannabe. Ain't nobody will ever be what people don't understand. Now, give me an Al Davis moment because Al Davis is one of my heroes of all time. You need to understand this man was a high school football coach. And somehow, some way, he didn't own no oil rigs, he didn't own no billion-dollar business, somehow ended up owning an NFL franchise, being commissioner of the AFL, being an inventive head coach. He hired the first black head coach, the first Mexican head coach, the first female executive in NFL. Al Davis is a flippin' hero. Interesting enough, too, born on the very same day, George Steinbrenner. Two very interesting owners.
That's amazing.
Owners. Yeah.
That's a great point there. I never knew that.
Jerry can't carry Al's jock, okay? I'm sorry.
Jerry can't carry Al's jock?
No, he can't carry Al's jock.
Al never turned $700 million into $8 billion.
Al never had $700 million, but he still won rings against dudes who had $7 million turned into $1 billion.
How many times did he do that?
How many times he won a ring? 3?
Yeah.
Got 3.
And Jerry got 3.
Yeah. With his
And he gave him a head start.
With his $7 billion.
And he gave him a head start.
Who gave who a head start?
Jerry gave Al a head start.
Yeah, but Jerry, how much years Jerry's been owning y'all now?
Jerry been.
How long he been in control?
About 32.
Who's the old owner? You remember who the old owner?
Bum Bright.
Bum Bright.
Come on,
That's
man.
a person?
Yeah.
Sounds like a porn name.
Tex Bum Bright right there.
Bum Bright.
Here's Bum Bright. Hey, he's the bum, but
somebody call for Bum Bright.
I'm Bum Bright. I'm here. I'm from Texas.
So how long you said roughly?
Jerry had him for like 32 years, maybe a little bit more.
How long did Al own the Raiders? somewhere around that same time frame, if not less.
The question is, who's going to be a bigger train wreck out of the Suns? Al Jr. or Steven?
Mark Davis, you mean? The guy who gets his hair cut on a bowl. Is he not the funniest? We have the funniest team owner, I think, in the history of sports.
Yes, he's
Mark
hilarious,
Davis.
though. He
But
can
you know,
do
he owns
stand-up.
the WNBA team that won last year. Too.
He's
You know,
very,
he owns them.
he's very,
He was born right.
Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you, sometimes the best thing in life is to be born in the right place.
Right place and at the right time.
I used to, as a kid, I ain't gonna lie to you, I used to dream. I've been a Raider fan since I was about 12, okay? So I used to dream that Al Davis moved around the corner from my house, and this was a recurring dream. It didn't just happen one time. That he moved around the corner from the house. I got to know him really good. He started to consider me his good luck charm, and we were buddy. And I used to go to every single Raider game, home and away.
Man.
That's pretty sad, hey.
No.
That was it. Other people were dreaming about playing the game. I was dreaming, I just want to attend.
Me?
I just want a ticket.
I didn't have too many Dallas Cowboy dreams, but I had plenty Dallas Cowboy cheerleader dreams.
Well, that's the best thing about you. Well, and it used to be.
Yeah.
Who got the best cheerleaders these days?
I don't know. They don't even focus on cheerleaders
I
these days.
think I do. I think Miami.
Miami?
They got all them Latinas.
I would take your word for it.
Yeah, do
Because
that.
I don't watch Miami at all in any way, shape, or
No,
form.
I watch the cheerleaders. I made that
That's
clear.
true. All right.
By the way, for you Miami Dolphin fans who are out there looking for Super Bowl tickets already, I would encourage you to slow your roll down.
They signed Jalen Ramsey.
But they're Super Bowl bound. They're done.
Okay,
It's over.
they're ready to go.
Yeah, it's over. The
Two is the-
season's
two-
done.
Two is the next go. We shouldn't even show up.
It is over in the AFC.
Anyway,
right?
before you get out of it, let's take this call. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's that?
Hey, no, they didn't, man. This JJ again, your big brother again.
What's happening?
Hey, that's Pearly on with you today.
No, that's Eddie Carter. Pearly coming on in a minute.
Eddie Carter, hey, Carter, what's happening, boy?
I am right here, man. How are things with you? It is good with my soul.
Man, I'm great. Hey, let me tell you something. You know, I was a Laker. Dodgers, Kings, Rams, and KC.
Oh, I'm a Dodger fan, too.
All my life. Marty Johnson and Baron Scott got me so much money. The guys have been teasing me every year. Say, I show my TV out the house. Lose all my money gambling on the Lakers. I had the better big money now.
But JJ, I could be honest with you. Vegas was on that series, though, because Magic and Byron Scott were fine. They had to practice, and both of them pulled hamstrings, and the Pistons swept us 4-0, okay?
Exactly, man. Exactly. When I see Magic and Byron Scott, they can give me my money back. Trust me.
Excuses.
I can see them, you know. Even if I can go to LA and find Magic, he's the Johnson, I'm the Johnson. And let me tell you something. You all guys did an excellent show, man. You know, see, we got to keep everybody on focus, man. And focus. We got to love the Bahamas. We got to love a Behemoth. Now, what's up, now? Hey, Naughty, how you can marry a woman from Freeport, man? How you get her there?
Because I smart.
Because she didn't know him that well. It's called, you heard of Mail Order Bride? This is Mail Boat Bride.
Oh, Naughty.
Only your friends.
The Jones brothers. They had to play basketball at Jackie and ready for them to dig them up, you know.
You think
and
so?
everybody in the gym dig them right up. They're big and tall, but Jackie was slamming them to pieces.
You talking Dacry Johnson?
Yeah, Dacry Johnson
Who
and
used, to
Reggie
play,
Forbes.
who used to play for Bridge Inn?
Exactly. and John Archer team. Jesus Legion, there's good, man.
What about the legend Sterling Quant, man?
Sterling Quant. I used to be a Softly fan. I remember Softly.
Sterling Quant and Charlie Robinson. I ain't getting back that far and Mark Clark them. I can even Jackie and the younger and Craig Watkins and Gondo and them, man.
Gondo?
I owning some of these people.
Gondo, that's my buddy, man. I used to work with Gondo over the bridge
man,
years ago.
Shoot, man.
Can I give you all
on the park lake? What we doing about hey, be the hacking with that shoot? He's got beaten. Be the deal with them people. On a one, middle up, might be the deal with them, you know.
Can I tell you with the NBA, right? Two things that you talked about, caller. First of all, as a Sixer fan, I can't stand the Lakers. I can be perfectly honest with you. Only because they cost AI that ring. Remember that 1 year AI took the Sixers by himself into the finals and lost to Shaq and Kobe, right? The only team that had any chance to beat them. So I don't like the Lakers, but I'll tell you a bit of trivia. My dad, right? Did you know that according to some historians, my dad brought the jump shot to the Bahamas?
The jump shot?
The jump shot.
Now,
go.
I won't go. I won't argue that. That may very be true.
Well, he went to NYU. He went to school.
But
in
I'll be honest with you.
Played with Bill Bradley.
Your uncle
Jerogi was the player.
Jerogi, man, come on now.
Oh, yeah, Jerogi was the player.
I can't let them do
Jerogi
Jerogs
and
like
Michael,
that.
too. Michael was bad.
Yes,
too.
but Jerogs on that Priory, man, listen.
He used to rule it. He did.
I can't run from
Jerogi was
that.
awesome. He was awesome. Without doubt.
Yeah.
Look at you. Very good.
Who used to listen? When
Jerogi.
I tell you a story. Jerogs used to come home when I used to come home from high school and college, go to the Priory to play. What the coach got you working on this year? Going left, you pulling up, you stopping, and guess what? He'd make every time I go out there to play, he would guard me, and if I was working to go left, he'd make me go left the whole game.
Just to work you out. Just make sure you
Make
train.
sure I do that.
Good.
Rebound,
Nice.
teach, work on
Nice.
it,
That's
box
awesome.
out better. Great peoples, bro. Always remember that.
Jerogi, by the way, real name Anthony Carter.
Correct.
Right, so,
And I apologize
Uncle
for not
Anthony.
saying that, but your Uncle Anthony, man,
Yeah, Uncle
better known
Anthony.
to us.
Jerogi, yeah, without doubt.
Jerogs.
Now you know you from and spent some time in the Priory if you know Mr. Jerogi.
So now you know where this jump shot come from.
Yeah, there you go.
Release,
There you go.
rotation, splash.
At least that was Dad's story. Now I saw him jump. If he did bring the jump shot here, it wasn't a high jump shot.
Listen.
It wasn't like he was dunking.
He knows you didn't bring it. That's all that matters.
No. Oh, no. I'm afraid not. I didn't bring it. So anyway, football is getting close. So Sportsbook, you ready? MLB getting ready to kick off. Remember, head to the Island game. Remember, online W's dot Island game.
Right.
And go ahead and have some fun with it. Responsibly though.
Exactly. I was just going to say, Island game always reminds you to do it responsibly. Yes, Peter Brown is another Priory legend. Got to put that one out there.
Yeah, Peter Brown.
And John Blocks and
do y'all remember
and Stoney
Softly?
Ferguson.
You remember Softly?
Yeah, man.
That was my favorite player when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Man,
very
around there
good.
watching him play.
Catch.
Rubens, right? Yeah.
There you go.
Man, he was awesome. He was from Grand Bahama too, I believe.
I think so.
I believe he was.
He was.
I believe he was a Grand Bahama boy.
But this been another great conversation. We got to get to the break now, though, because I got the soccer team coming in.
Yeah,
But we got to
man.
do it again, man. Pop in next week and let's chop it up with what's going on with the Island game. Always
Let's try
good to
and do
catch
that.
up with you and parlay to parlay and chop it up and have a good conversation, man.
That sounds good.
And
Naughty by
give
nature.
Erica my regards and tell her I still have her down as the number one backgammon player that I know.
That you know?
No disrespect to you.
Oh, I feel disrespected though.
But she just beat you, though.
Oh, for the first time.
That's why you should really feel.
So the other victories of mine mean nothing?
I didn't hear about them. I only heard about the L.
See? And what type of strong man am I? Only talked about his loss and didn't talk about his victory.
There you go. That is why
Right.
you're always the
There
big
you
brother
go.
right there. That is why you are the big ad.
The big what?
The big one. The big ad.
Just making sure.
You need a break before Erica call, please.
Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video. Wanna step out and look great? Then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
People, what you thinking? We want something different. People, what you wanting? We want local government. I can tell them no more slunking. We want to see it function. I can tell them no more joke. I forgot. Going down Blue Hill Road, going down Village Road, going down Nassau Road. We want local government. We want local government. Mr. Road, we want local government. Share the love, we want local government. We got call for local government.
Sign the petition and find out more information at risebahamas.net.
Get your Carifta tickets. The 58th Carifta Games is coming April 7th to April 10th. Tickets are on sale now online at Carifta50.com or at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, Western Grand Entrance. For more details, email tickets at Carifta50.com or call 605-4051.
When I got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. That's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
The Tuesday, March 21st edition of Talking Heads continues right now. Mr. Bruce, we got Purdy chiming in. Look for Purdy, you can chime in. He just hit me say you can chime in, so we'll look for Purdy. Of course, I told you I had a busy day today. I had to talk to Eddie at the top of the hour, but of course, you know, we got the Bahamas national soccer team, football team, but you know, for those of you who don't say football, soccer, it's all good. Glad to see you guys here. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Y'all got a big match against Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, it's time to break this tie, right? What y'all like 1-1, right? You got one draw.
One draw and a loss.
And a loss, so y'all gotta get this win, right?
You gotta get this win. Mm-hmm.
All right. So and actually the game is actually on the 24th, correct?
Yes.
Over there at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium at 4 p.m. Yeah. That's a good time too. I like that. That gives you time to do your little church thing in the day. Get that out of the way. Get some food and libations in you, and go watch the game. I like it.
Yes,
so
yes, sir.
you guys introduce yourself. Let everybody know who's here and what position you play, and so on and so forth.
Well, my name is Fyron Wilson. The position I play is defender at the moment, and I've been a part of the national team for a while now. Playing soccer for a few years.
And some of you guys are playing internationally, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Where are you at now?
Oh, well, I'm currently local. Some of these
Okay.
young guys are.
But you were off before, right?
Yes.
And you guys, you are?
Yeah, so I'm William Bales. I'm a midfielder, and I play over in England for a team called Graham Street Prims.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you say your last name is Bales?
Bales, yeah.
Who would your daddy name?
Dwayne.
Jesus Christ. That's the second best Bales from St. Andrews. Your Uncle Ian was better.
Yeah, no, they were both good.
I used to play with the two of them.
Yeah.
I used to play with the two of them, and your Uncle Ian and I were on an undefeated 13 and under soccer team, my brother.
I think Ian's coming to the game on Friday.
Yeah, but I got to come out in early and tell your dad I say what's up too. Now, he was a big softball player now. He could hit it out the park. He was in and out of St. Andrews Field before JVLN.
Yeah, no, I'll let him know.
So, yeah, man, good stuff. And you are?
My name is Wood Peter Jonas, and I play striker. And say it again?
Yeah. In the mic.
My name is Wood Peter Jonas, and I play striker for the Bahamas national team, and I'm currently off to school in Oklahoma to Eastern Oklahoma State College.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You got the Waffle House that ready available, man. I'm jealous. And you are?
My name is Rowan Davis. I'm a midfielder / defender, and I'm currently in Tennessee off to school.
Where in Tennessee?
In Bell Buckle.
I ain't never been to Bell Buckle, but I've been to Johnson City and
Close enough.
I've been through there in the comedy runs. So let me tell you, you guys obviously playing off, but you're home now. What's it like representing the country again? And obviously against Trinidad, kind of rivalry brewing there, you know.
Yeah,
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't you all draw with them and cause them not to qualify for the World Cup?
Yeah.
It's good for them. Good job. So I think you got to hang that L on them this weekend and next weekend.
Yeah, you have to.
So what can some of the spectators, expect from you guys as far as the team and like what kind of pace, what kind of tempo, you know?
Well, what I would like to say that the team chemistry is growing. I definitely think that we're bringing that flair tomorrow, that Bahamian flair. So it's definitely we would love for everyone to come out and support us and really all the work and hard work we've been putting in and just allow us to express ourselves in the field. I think most importantly. We're going to come out there hopefully to win, right? That's definitely the plan. We're not training for no reason. We want to advance in our.
This is a CONCACAF National League match.
Yeah. This is a Nations League. So we're looking to.
Sorry, Nations, yeah.
So we're looking to advance to the next round, obviously, so that we can continue our path onto the Gold Cup and continue the dream, really.
And as far as Trinidad, you're no strangers to Trinidad.
No.
So I don't think there's any intimidation factor there, right?
No.
So, I mean, if it goes, do you foresee, the home field being a big, deciding factor? Because you played them in their hometown.
Yeah.
And that's where they dropped the loss on you, right?
Yes, but it was only 1-0.
1-0, that's what I'm saying. So
really tight
we
game,
need cowbells and whistles
Yeah.
and goatskin drums, and we need some Bahamian vibes in the stands. That's what we need.
Exactly.
12th man.
That's right, the 12th man that definitely have that advantage. Did you feel that they had that advantage when you played down there?
They did, but we just had such a unity and communication growing that we just didn't allow it to distract us from our job.
And the last match was only a 1-0 decision, correct?
Only a 1-0 decision.
Mr. Producer, we got Pearly chimed in yet? Pearly, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. I just listening to these young men and bringing back some of my days as a keeper for the Big Red Machine back in the 70s.
And none of these went to SAC, right? None of y'all went to SAC here locally, right? You see how these other schools have produced such talent, but SAC didn't. They're Pearly. This is not track and field,
But we're grateful. Not everybody's blessed, but we're grateful that we have them. We can't do everything.
So you were a keeper.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time you've ever been considered a keeper in your lifetime, Pearly.
No, I know that's the only time Zach ever beat QC and St. Andrews in the same year.
Stop it. St. Andrews didn't field a team that year.
Oh, they did. They sure did.
All right, I got to go Google it. Never mind. You got your sockers chiming in already saying that's facts. They're going to send me pictures from the yearbook. But anyway,
I'm good. So where's the game again? Is it? We're playing at home, right?
Right, Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium on the weekend, on March 24th at 4 p.m. Correct?
Yes.
And
Look forward to it.
And
Trinidad, right?
Yeah, Trinidad. They got good pricing too, and they got good packages. You got the VIP package, which is $25, includes one beverage, assorted snacks, and preferred seating in the private lounge area. All right. Adults, general admission $15, kids under 12 $7. You can't beat that, and they got a great concession stand with adult beverages and soft drinks.
Wonderful.
Sound like right up our alley, man.
Sound like a plan. There's no football. All right, that sound like a plan.
Right? I'm good with the Cowboys have done in the offseason. We need to go drink some brewskis and watch these guys play.
I'm serious. I'm really serious. I think so. I think I can check it out.
Yeah, man, I could get fired up. We could get some.
Once we beat Trinidad, I'm happy.
We could throw some shade on Trinidad. Throw them. Your soccer team sucks and your carnival sucks too. Yeah, man, we get on them. Yeah. You know how I roll.
Well, I'm not sure about the carnival sucking part, but that's all right.
Yeah, we can say it anyway. They don't got to be facts, but just mess with their mojo.
I got you.
Now, tickets.
It's nothing like the heart of Bahamas, particularly at home. So I know you guys are pretty excited about representing the Bahamas here at home. Wish you the best of luck, and I know you can do well.
There it goes. SAC beat QC and St. Andrews in 1991. Well, guess what, Dexter? That's because I had already graduated and my crew was already gone. So consider yourself lucky. That's all. Well, y'all soccer is die hard, Pearly.
We know how to do it. And guess what? I was talking right now. Some of that die hardness can rub off on this team. I think take some of that spirit with them and beat up on Trinidad, even though Trinidad has been the same color as SAC as well. Look at it. Okay, that's a good way to look at it. You don't like SAC? Look at it that way. You're trying to mash up their race.
Yeah, I think that's good motivation right there. But when you look at it, Pearly, they tied. Trinidad got them 1-0 at home.
Yes.
And that could have gone either way. So I think, we need to get out there in full force, support this team. Yes. And let them do their thing. Let them express themselves on the field and pitch up a couple of goals well.
Yes, I think we should. And be happy to support them, be happy to see them do well. Let's go Team Bahamas.
There you go.
This is our 50th anniversary, so I expect big things from all our sporting bodies to mark that 50th. So I'm looking for soccer to start it and Carifta to keep it pushing in next month.
Well, I think we're off to something. I think we're off to something with this team as well, too. Because there's a lot of young talent and there's some veteran talent mixed in there. But I think, from what I know and what I've seen, we've done a good job fielding the best team that we could possibly field right now.
No, but what I'm excited about, when I hear the young men tell me they're in division playing D1 soccer in the United States, that's wonderful.
But
probably some talented kids. I'm sure they're holding their own.
In addition to all of you guys playing abroad, correct? You're abroad, all of you guys, but we have some Bahamians on the team that are actually playing professionally, right? In the third division in the States and the fourth division in the U.S., correct?
Yeah, we do.
So we got a lot of talent on the team, and I think we've got experienced talent. So it's not just like, oh, the games we play here at home. In our league, we've got world-class talent that's experienced it on the collegiate level or on the international level at some point. So I think, we need to get the conch salad, mixed up. We need to get the coolers filled. We need to get out there and show some 2-4-2 pride and root these guys on to a victory on the 24th.
Yes, we will. It'll be great to see that happen. It'll be even better to see one of them in a Man U uniform one day.
See, why you always got to... Come on, man. Man U?
I like Manchester United. I like Man U.
Chelsea clearly better in that league, man. Come on, man.
Okay. But you notice, you see the trend here, the color that the Man U wears, right?
Well, actually, if you wanted me to talk about that, I would have to go back to all my teachers back in the day. Liverpool, all right? That was the squad back in the day.
St. Andrews, yes.
Yeah, the best private school in the history of this country.
The most expensive.
And the best. And we signed the checks, remember that?
But that's why, because we do it so people can come see.
You know the motto of St. Andrews, it's all right, it's okay, you will work for us one day. That's how that goes.
Guess what? And like I did before, as long as you write that check and the money right, I don't care who signed the check.
There you go. So let me just wrap things up with these guys, and we'll take a break, and then we'll pick up a couple of things before we get out of here.
Before we go, honestly, I'm very happy that you guys came on the show. Best of luck, do well. Just remember, you got a whole country pulling before you, and I'm sure you'll do well. Congratulations, and good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
All right, so the game is Sunday, 4 p.m., Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Okay? That's as real as we could get, folks. You got between,
Friday.
Friday. The 24th is Friday?
I'm just about to say
My bad. Listen, I all caught up on baseball. My bad. Friday. And that's even better, 4 p.m. That's a great time on a Friday. And I'll tell you why. After school, you got all your kids out there, all the kids who are in the local soccer leagues. You all need to be out there and support this national team.
Sound like we need to do the show from there Friday.
I got a remote Friday, but maybe, by the time we finish our remote, we could pass by there.
Okay.
Because I'm at Duncan, but that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
So we could... To the ball, but maybe the last hour do live from the stadium.
Yeah.
Let me talk to production. That's a good idea. You should have brought it up, not on the air, but don't worry about it. We'll make it happen.
Well, that's the best way to get things done.
Yeah, I know. That's how y'all people from South go. Y'all ain't got no shame. None. No filter. Nothing.
I want to see the game.
And I think a lot of people want to see the game. So definitely you got to go out on Friday, support the thing, 4 p.m., $25 VIP package. That's a great ticket. It includes beverages. It includes a beverage, assorted snacks, preferred seating, private lounge area, private bathrooms, private bar, and reserved parking. Adults, general admission, $15. Kids under 12, $7. And they got a full concession going on out there. So go out. There's no excuse for you not to say you have all the things that you like at events, because it's right there. And all you got to do is just go out and support Team Bahamas. And I'm thinking, if they beat us 1-0 in Trinidad, 3-0 here?
Yeah, that sounds...
3-0? You got a 3-0?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
No reason why we can't.
I could hold you all to a 3-0.
Yeah, you could hold us to 3-0.
All right, because I can start bragging from today on, right up until Friday when I'm remote, that we can beat you all 3-0. So let's make that happen. All right? Anything you guys want to say before you get out of here? And who's coaching you? Remind me who your coach is this year, please.
So our coaches are Nestle Jean, and we have also Kevin Davis, and our goalkeeper coach Avery Camp. Our team manager is Larry. I'm Larry Mins. So
Kevin Davis, not a good dude from back in the day.
Yeah, from back in the day.
Yeah, we didn't say what school he went to. We usually do that like that.
Yeah, so we have a well
experienced coaching staff, and you guys seem like you're already. It's one thing when you talk to a team, and you can see, you see the focus, and they're like really locked in. Because the moment is big, but I don't think the moment is too big for you. You guys seem confident, you seem locked in, but you seem very comfortable, and that's what I'm most impressed by.
Yeah.
Because I want to know my team going in feeling good, like feeling comfy. So to see you guys exude that's real good. Because I think that'll work out for you guys having positive results on the weekend.
Thank you.
Anything you guys got to say to anybody in particular before you get out of here?
Just one thing, just come out and support us, guys. Like, we need that extra, we need you guys to be our 12th person on the field. Like, just come out, make some noise, and, make yourself be known, you're here to support Team Bahamas, You want
the goat skin drums, huh? You've been crying for goat skin drum all day.
Goat skin drum.
Cowbell, whistle, everything.
Make some noise,
And like I say, the game is at 4. It should be over by By 6. So you still got ample opportunity to get into your weekend. Great way to start your weekend party is to party with the national soccer team after they beat Trinidad 3-0 on Friday, like Naughty Damas predicted.
Yeah, exactly.
So I appreciate you, man. Thank you all for stopping by, and we will definitely keep abreast and on top of what you guys are doing, because obviously there's more games coming up after this one.
Yeah.
So Mi Casa has tu casa, so you know you got a spot. Whenever you need to get your information out or talk Team Bahamas, national soccer team, you got a spot, all right?
Thank you.
I appreciate y'all stopping by. Let's get to the break. On the flip side of the break, me and Pearlie will wrap things up on the Tuesday, March 21st edition of Talking Heads. And don't forget, I got tickets to give away tomorrow on the show. I'm going to give away tickets for you guys to get out there Friday and support Team Bahamas, okay? But I know some of y'all Googling right now, so I can make you earn it, all right? I got a hard question for you tomorrow. And you can't find it on Google, all right? I know how y'all go.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
Experience the pure deliciousness of Dunkin's Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich. This sweet and savory breakfast treat stacks a fluffy egg and smoked bacon, sandwiched inside a split classic Dunkin' Glazed Donut. Make it a combo with lightly seasoned hash browns and your favorite freshly brewed Dunkin' coffee. Stop by your favorite Dunkin' today and take breakfast to a fun and tasty level with the Dunkin' Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. Buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, DeGregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Want to reach your Grand Bahama customers? Then call Barefoot Marketing at 827-4578 or message them for ad rates via their Facebook page. Advertising opportunities now include classified ads too. Keep up with all the latest Grand Bahama news in the Nassau Guardian newspaper every Tuesday.
Get your Carifta tickets. The 58th Carifta Games is coming. April 7th to April 10th. Tickets are on sale now. Online at Carifta50.com or at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, Western Grand Entrance. For more details, email tickets at Carifta50.com or call 605-4051.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Talking Heads, the Tuesday, March 21st edition. Wrapping it up right now. Pearly, real quick before we get out of here, man. What the Lakers can do, man? We still got Pearly or Pearly going to the fryer? Oh, we lost Pearly. We lost Pearly? All right, cool, man. No worries. Let me just check on what's on tap in the NBA tonight, because you know you got a couple of games. And Eddie was here earlier from the Island game. And, of course, you know it's a great way to play all these games tonight. Parlay them up. You got the Wizards at Magic at 7 p.m., Pistons and Hawks at 7:30, Cavs and Nets at 7:30, Spurs and Pelicans at 8, Celtics and the Kings at 10, Thunder and the Clippers at 10:30. Boy, if I look at this tonight, I got to go with the Hawks over the Pistons, the Cavs over the Nets, Pelicans over the Spurs. And even though they're playing well out there in Sacramento, I'm going to take the Celtics over the Kings tonight. I want no part of that Thunder Clipper game whatsoever. No, sir. Sad news out of the NBA as well. The legendary Willis Reed, who led the Knicks to their last NBA championship, has passed away at the age of 80. All right. Beloved New York Knicks icon, Hall of Fame center Willis Reed was the first player to be named MVP, Finals MVP, and All-Star Game MVP in the same season. Has passed away at the age of 80. Reed's death was announced by the National Basketball Retired Players Association, which confirmed it through his family. The cause was not released. The cause was not released, but Reed had been in poor health recently and was unable to travel to New York when the Knicks honored the 50th anniversary of their 1973 NBA championship team during their game against the New Orleans Pelicans on February 25th. He was also named to the NBA's 75th anniversary team. Nicknamed the captain, Reed was the undersized center and emotional leader of the Knicks' 2 NBA championship teams, with a soft shooting touch from the outside and toughness to tussle with the superstar big man on the inside. May he rest in peace. And if you ever want to see some of the greatest NBA footage of all time, pull up Willis Reed, New York Knicks, Game 7 against the Lakers when he comes in with the hamstring and all of that. Real emotional swing in that series. And he was truly a legend. One of the best to ever do it. 5:58 p.m. is the time. Getting ready to wrap things up. Don't forget tomorrow we got an open line Wednesday on the show. So we'll open up the lines. On Thursday we'll have Matt Aubrey from Org, talking about local government. And what do we envision local government like? We got a big seminar coming up on that with Rise Bahamas as well. So we'll be powwowing on that on Thursday. And then on Friday, we'll be at Duncan, East Street South. So we got a busy week and a lot of other great guests coming up for you. So all you got to do is keep it locked 4 to 6 each and every day right here to Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Until tomorrow, this is your boy Naughty. We out, and we'll see you mañana.